And again, as a KEMCA UK president, I would like to thank you all my team for organizing this webinar, and also all the speakers for taking the time on the weekend. So I would like to share a bit of more overview of the challenges and the opportunities. And I've written down in very small print, which is very important to know that it's a very difficult time ahead because we don't read the small prints normally. And the more reality is there in those small prints. Um, these are the few slides shared recently in a lot of international medical graduates group, and it is actually fact that a lot of trust have stopped clinical attachments in last few months. Uh, Bigger hospitals like in Birmingham or some hospital in London have stopped taking clinical attachment temporarily. Even in my trust, we are not taking any attachment this summer. So things have gone change because we feel like the overall the issue here, which Dr. Shafiq Gill has also said, the capacity and demand. I think they can't afford at the moment international medical graduates. The number of the people applying because it's nearly 5 applicants for a single post in the UK. You can search all those information from artificial intelligence or Google that how many posts are available for at the moment for core surgical training or core medical training. Um, I've seen only slightly more flexibility at the moment for international medical graduate for getting in directly to general practice training program at the moment. The ratio is slightly relaxed on that, but apart from that, the surgical and medical trainees are finding difficult with the competition ratio. Um, there is, a lot of doctors who have done foundation year, they are finding difficult to get into core medical training or IMT training because of the competition given by our international medical graduates. Because international medical graduates are coming now better in their CV, and we will also give you a bit of guidance how to improve your CV as well. And you have more tick boxes for applications, which is very positive. But that has made the difficulty for the local graduates to get into the further training program. I just want to share a bit of summary of the timeline which I had to go through. Um, the journey is at least over 20 years now. I came to UK in February 2005, and we are sitting now in 2025. I did my clinical attachment in psychiatry, which wasn't my plan, but I just took it whatever I got it. I applied nearly 280 applications. At that time, they were all handwritten applications. You guys are lucky at the moment with the facilities of websites like NHS Job or Tracks, and you can just click on application within minutes when it's advertised. We used to do application handwritten, 5 to 6 photocopies, and send them by post while sitting in UK. And we were sitting in UK because we can't apply by sitting abroad. So we used to come on 6 months visa and try to apply for these jobs in those 6 months. If we don't get a job, then we have to go back to our country. Um, I had only two shortlisting of 280 applications. So things were not even great at that time. A lot of my university fellows have went back home after 6 months. At one job interview, out of those two shortlisting, I was successful. There were 60 candidates for 6 posts. So even at that time that there was 10 applicants, 10 candidates for those 6 posts. I don't know how many applicants were there even. I got foundation program, which was initially was a junior house officer job, which converted to foundation program. That was the first year of foundation program. And then I was able to secure further training programs from there by passing my membership exams. But cardiology, if you want to pursue a difficult specialty, a surgical difficult specialty or medical difficult specialty, the competition is still the same as it was before, but you have to spend some time. When I came from back home, my CV was very raw. I didn't have a lot of things like audit, presentation, teaching, management. So I was all, I learned all those things while living in this system. But you are guys are lucky that you are getting this information now, so you know how to build up your CV even from third year or fourth year of medical students, so you can work on it. Um, I did 2 years of non-training job to get into a training program. So you have to sacrifice your time, your money, your family life, a lot of things to get into the specialty if you want to carry on to push for your career. And after even training, I went into fellowship program and then took a consultant jobs for last 7 years, and now working as head of service. So they are challenging time, but they are opportunities, and you need to work on those and have to be bit, bit more patience. Um, NHS training is quite well structured when you are in the training program. It's run by portfolio system. You have to show your competencies, you have to do your exams. There is another way of now entering into further training, or what we call a Caesar pathway to become consultant, and you have to do your exams. One of the questions somebody raised earlier in the question about foundation year one, and it is very tough to get into foundation year one because all the UK graduates apply for that. And if there are any leftover jobs in the second round, then you might have better opportunity. But in the first round, you are still eligible. You can put your application if they allow you. You have to contact the foundation year program website, and but you have to go through all your basic exam, including UKMLA or PLAB exam, your English language exam, and also there's a structural judgmental exam as well. So there are a few exams you have to go through. So it's not impossible, but a lot of people at the moment for last 3 to 4 years are entering into a non-training job like a junior clinical fellow, junior developmental fellow. So any job like this you get, do apply for that. There is on all websites, you can find how this training program works in terms of foundation, core medical training, and structural training. And it can take minimum, you can say 8 to 10 years to become a consultant when you come to UK. Some people may take longer if you have to do your research and PhD and MD program. Just want to share you a quick success story. So not going to disappoint you with all those challenges. 4 of my clinical attachment medical doctors have got the job in last 18 months. Average struggle was 8 to 12 months. So it's not happening very quickly, but it's happening. So this is a success story of one of the doctor who came, who was graduated 4 years ago. He did his house job, and he continued to work in his home country. So this is the main important thing, that you carry on with your career in your home country and try to do your professional exams. Either you do plus your MRCP exam or whatever the fellowship exam. Don't stop your career just thinking that you have to move out of the country for either coming to England, Australia, or USA, or Canada, wherever you want to go. You have to carry on with your exams and career back home. This young doctor got first job in 2024 as a clinical developmental fellow, and now he has secured a GP training program in August 2025. So the luck and will favor you if you are brave and you work hard. His CV was initially quite raw, but then he did clinical audits during attachment. He did some research work. He did teaching experience. He did 2 clinical attachments. He did 2 years of clinical experience back in his country, and he also did management and leadership skill by organizing lab guidance seminars. So you have to do these tick boxes, and I'm just giving you one example. And I've spoken to one of my clinical attachment yesterday because she just secured a job, and I was filling her reference, and I asked her how you found it. It took her 11 months to got that job, and she told me that in those 11 months since she finished her attachment, she has done all those tick boxes. So people are doing these tick boxes after doing the PLAB exam, which is okay. But if you start doing these tick boxes even from 4th year or even 3rd year, then you will definitely find it that these challenges are difficult, but they are possible to achieve. So these things are not difficult in a lot of countries where you have a proper structure program. You can do your audits and quality improvement projects. You can start working with your seniors, your doctors in training to do some research work. You just may have to do a bit of data collection work. And as far as your name is getting published, even as a co-author, just do that work. Make sure you carry on with the clinical experience without taking gaps. try to do some teaching courses, try to teach and proper organize a teaching courses even at your local hospital, local university, and get it validated by taking your feedback forms, certificate to make sure you have that's something to say that we have done a teaching program, and that will come as your leadership and management skill as well. Royal College exams, better to do that if you have a time. If you're already struggling to find a job, make sure you do your MRCP or MRCS exam along with it. Clinical attachments, yes, it is good. It maybe give you a bit of local reference from a consultant you work with, but as I said, it's getting difficult at the moment to get even observership or clinical attachment. And a lot of hospital who are still offering, they're charging minimum £250 just to give you a clinical attachment for 3 to 4 weeks. If you do advanced life support course while you're here for clinical attachment, again, that is a very good tick box if you can do it, though it come with a lot of cost to do a ALS course in UK. You can do similar equivalent course back home about ACLS or advanced life support courses. It's good to attend medical and surgical conferences to show your commitment. And again, if you can do any management or leadership courses, and plus show leadership and management in your even student life or in your postgraduate, that will help a lot. There are some links available. You can look for core surgical training, for IMT training, and a lot of talks will come after my talk. But I will say the best way is to get started rather than just keep talking and do some work. Thank you very much.